We're talking Glow, Nailed It Season 2, Netflix news, and the top 5 releases coming out this week. Netflix Picks starts right after this.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I mean, hey, guys, if you don't know what this is the Glow theme song to the show, obviously, that we'll be talking about during this episode of Netflix Picks. My phone just quit on me.
Wonderful.
This is cool.
Perfect.
How exciting, guys. We are having a lot of technical difficulties. This is just for show. But yes, you guys are watching Netflix Picks, where we talk about all things Netflix related, what you should watch, what you should avoid, and all that stuff in between. I am one of your hosts, Amy Cassandra Martinez, and I'm joined by two very lovely people to my left. We've got Steve Kaufmann.
I am here and ready to talk about the wrestling.
Hey.
Like I'm usually here at AfterBuzz TV.
This is true. And then we also have Ashley Chaney.
Hello, I'm here to talk about the food, which is always.
I'm here to eat the food and talk about the wrestling.
Yes.
Well, guys,
I don't do much talking about the food.
I can eat the food,
Just
talk about the
eating
food.
it.
All the food.
we have also great news because now I have everything ready to go.
Perfect.
Thank you. Yay. Okay. We have a good deal of stuff to get to, but I think last week was insane.
We had a lot.
We had a lot, and this week we don't have as much, which means we get to dive into it a little bit more.
Yes,
right?
I feel like summer's usually a slow time for most TV, and Netflix is sort of no exception to that rule.
Exactly. Well, and I think also because a lot of people are going out to the movie theaters.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true.
There's a lot
Summer
going on.
blockbusters.
But what we will start off talking about are new Netflix originals that we're watching. So it could be TV, it could be movies. But first we're going to start off with something that Steve and I both have seen, which was the song Hello. So Glow.
Yes.
Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling with Allison Brie. Yay.
Yeah, who you've spoken to several times, or at least once or twice.
Like once, but I feel like we're
Besties.
besties by now, right? But yeah. So how many episodes have you seen, and what do you think of it so far, Steve?
5 or 6, and I actually prefer this season to the first season because this one is what I thought the first season was going to be, which is the first season was a lot of them learning how to wrestle. Where and them actually getting the show sold, whereas the second season, spoilers guys, the second season
Spoilers.
the second season it's actually a wrestling show.
That's okay, guys. We're
That's
fine.
not a
It's not a real spoiler, it's a fake spoiler.
it's
That's
that
a
it's an
pretender.
actual real lady wrestling show. So week in, week out, you're seeing them in the ring, and then you're also seeing the storylines of their actual lives correlate to what they're doing in the ring and the storylines and them producing the show.
Can I ask you both a question?
Please.
Yes.
As someone who has, and go ahead and get at me in the chat. I'm up on the chat, and I know I'm going to hear it from all of y'all, so come at me.
Oh, gosh.
I've not seen Glow, and I know, and I haven't
That's
seen it. I
okay.
know it's amazing. Because here's why. I'm afraid that it's going to be like WWE SmackDown. And
No.
is it,
No.
if I'm not a wrestling fan, am I going to get in on it?
No. Well, I mean, yes, you are. Well, and I think about it because it's cool. You're a big wrestling
Yes,
fan,
I am.
Steve, and I wasn't.
Okay.
I mean, I know John Cena can't take me, blah, blah, blah. But, right, that's his thing. I'm not making this up.
Not in that cadence, but yes.
Oh,
Those
okay.
words.
Well, give us the cadence.
It's you can't see me in that
okay.
it's very
All right.
much in that variation. I will say that this show is a show about wrestling for people who don't necessarily watch wrestling.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
Very approachable, and I've only seen the first episode of season 2, but it just picks right up. There is no lulls, and it's just seeing everyone back, doing their thing. So I think sometimes it's a little bit scary to start a second season because
Second season always, sorry, but second seasons always suck.
Well, especially
not Glow.
well, especially
I've seen
no
so far.
offense, but especially this showrunner. Because the Orange is the Black showrunner, and I see by the end of season 2 of Orange is the New Black, I was like,
You were
I've
okay.
seen this show has run its course for me. Everything is over.
Unfortunately, I'm kind of, and I loved Orange is the New Black so hard. Season 1 and season 2 lost me, and I haven't come back actually since
I thought
season 2.
Honestly, season 3, episode 1 is where I was completely done.
Okay.
I was like,
Same.
oh, they laid the groundwork for really good storytelling, and then they abandoned it for the following episode.
But that's not happening with
That's
Glow.
not at
No, that's
all.
not happening with Glow.
So, but also, if you guys want to really talk about Glow, get down and dirty, there is an after show for it here on AfterBuzz, and it's going to be 5 p.m. on Sunday nights or afternoons. 5 p.m.
Let's call it
Pacific
5
Standard Time.
5 p.m. Pacific on
5
Sundays.
Yes.
And it will have Rick Hong. That's on the schedule. Rick Hong's
Yeah.
name was on the schedule. I'm not
That's
reporting.
true.
Unless they
I'm-
just copy pasted from last year and he's not on the schedule.
Who is Rick Hong?
Rick Hong.
Rick Hong.
Rick Hong is actually not here. He's
So-
doing really cool Cobra Kai things, but yeah.
We miss you, Rick. This is the nicest you're going to get out of me, buddy. I
Hey.
miss ya-ish.
Has he trolled our
Okay.
chat yet?
No, he hasn't trolled it. He's doing a
Not
live
yet,
show.
but we are on the lookout. And you Ashley,
Yes,
also saw
Amy.
something that is very, very important to all of us. I would say.
Yes.
Something related to food.
Oh, yes, as always. Okay, guys, I love to talk about food. And so this week, season 2 of Nailed It dropped. And so for Nailed It, for those of you guys who don't know, if you didn't catch season 1, which is still streaming on Netflix, Nailed It is the show about everyday bakers like all of us here on this panel who see these beautiful, like, Pinterest-worthy, like, let's say cakes. It's all about baking. Let's say those beautiful cakes like whatever, like ridiculous cakes. And so they take everyday people and try and have them recreate this beautiful cake. And they're competing to win $10,000. It's hosted by Nicole Byer, who is, she's been in a couple, she's a UCB comedian. She's been in a couple things.
Oh, cool.
And I can relate to the show because it's cool and it's like fun. Like, oh, I feel like I could compete that. It's a small prize and they like know that they're competing for basically peanuts. But the deal with this show is, especially after last week, after we talked about Cooking High, which really felt like a digital show and it was quick. It moved really fast. It was 15-minute episodes. It was nice and quick. Watching season 2 of Nailed It, which is a 30-minute show, it felt like it dragged.
What?
Yeah, and I don't know if it's just because I've been kind of hanging out in the 15-minute zone or what, but that said, it is, I think, an improvement from season 1 of Nailed It. They seem to have maybe locked down their template a bit more, but it just feels kind of, it's something to put on in the background and like check out people being silly. It does, in my opinion, it doesn't need to be a full half hour, but it's fun and you can see some kind of really royal fails.
How many contestants per 30-minute episode?
Per 30-minute episode, there's 3 people competing.
Okay.
And the judges, they changed from last season to this season. One guy stayed the same. It's this guy Jacques. He's like a French pastry chef. So he's like the tough guy. None of them are really tough.
Yeah,
they're all pretty like, hey, we know this is like a really silly competition. So nothing's taken too seriously, and they definitely don't take themselves seriously. So that's a nice relief from normal cooking shows. They definitely know they're not serious.
So there's not a Gordon Ramsay screaming at them for doing it poorly.
There's no one screaming, but like you can tell that Chef Jacques is supposed to be the like actual professional, because all the other hosts and the other judges are just like comedians and people who like want to eat the stuff.
That's fair.
That's actually a really cool job if you think about it.
Yeah. Like you just get to watch people suck at baking and like have fun with it, and then maybe eat something that tastes okay but looks terrible.
But that's also, to be the Gordon Ramsay of that show is really difficult because
you can't be mean to normal
it's
people.
not because it's not like that's their profession. Like if I walked into someone's profession and they were doing their profession poorly, I would be enraged.
A little
like,
judgy.
This is our profession. Like how dare you? But it's like, how dare you? We found you on the street and you couldn't do something on the level of someone who devoted their whole life to it.
Yes.
I actually can't be angry. That's reasonable.
And one, it's nice, it's approachable. We're gonna move on to another Netflix original that I saw that honestly was like, whoa! It's a movie. It's called Brain on Fire.
Oh, I heard about this.
Yeah. Okay, so a little backstory that has something to do with it. My husband has epilepsy, and so I was like, I kind of want to watch this. Like, what is it about? Chloe Grace Moretz.
Oh, she's great.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
So you hear the name like that, and you're like, I'm in.
Well, okay. Well, and then they talk about epilepsy, in the bio, not the bio, the description about it. And I was like, okay, let's see this thing. Let's see if it's accurate first of all. And it was kind of weird.
What's the premise? What's the story?
Like,
is it about epilepsy?
It's, I can't even say, like, I got through maybe like 75-80% of the movie, and I was like, okay, I'll come back to this later, and I didn't. This was Friday, Saturday, but it's interesting because you start and you think, oh, okay, this is gonna be about a girl that just has epilepsy. Okay. But no, like, things are a little creepy, not really like supernatural, but they feel different. It's like, I don't understand what's going on with her, but it's certainly interesting, and just to see Chloe Grace Moretz in a role that's like this is kind of different. But yeah, the way that she did the seizures, though, good for you, girl. But yeah, I mean, it's something to watch if you want to watch Chloe Grace Moretz, and if you want to watch something that's different and kind of confusing. But yeah. There's that. And then next, Ashley, you have something else to talk about.
Oh, I do. Yeah. Okay, so this is a total break from something I would normally cover. And the backstory with this show is called Harvey Street Kids. It's an animated TV series. It's also about a 30-minute show. I have some friends who I work in animation. I have some friends who work in animation. So this show was created by DreamWorks, and I think this is the first we've seen that's a direct created by DreamWorks for Netflix. So I think this is really first of all, it was really exciting to me to see like, oh, this is really, really high production value for animation coming directly to Netflix. It's not like an acquired thing. It was made for Netflix. So it's called Harvey Street Kids. There are 13 episodes now up on Netflix. They're about 24 minutes in length, and it is definitely for children. But what's fun about it is like I was watching it, yesterday morning, and I thought, oh, it feels like I'm watching a Saturday morning cartoon, and it felt like we don't have that genre really represented on Netflix, I don't think, and in any kind of substantial way. There's some kids programming, but like in terms of shows that are new and fresh, I just feel like it's beyond being a great show, and congratulations to Brendan Hay and all my friends over at DreamWorks who made this show. I think it was fun and it was spunky and it moved quickly for a kids show, but it was also like, oh wow, okay, we're in the game. Like this is where TV happens now.
Good
is Netflix.
quality.
Yeah. And it was like if you were looking for a Saturday morning cartoon, which I've said this before, but I don't even have TV, so I have Netflix and that's it.
Exactly.
This would fill that. If you're a 30-something-year-old woman and you still want to eat cereal on a Saturday morning and watch cartoons, it's going to fill that void for you.
What? Yeah, that's totally normal.
Because YouTube playlists don't always get it right.
No, and it's not, and you can't. I mean, YouTube's great and serves its purpose for.
But those people are free. Yes. Those people are freeloading content. Can't support that.
Right.
What? I love YouTube too. But it's a different kind of thing. You get certain kinds of quality on Netflix and many. Hello.
Yes, this is definitely what that show is. I feel like parents would be rejoicing in being able to put this on a playlist and play it for their kids. And I don't always think that I know there's a lot of content for kids, but this is made specifically for Netflix, and I think it's the start of a cool new thing. And it was fun to see.
Because that DreamWorks deal is pretty big too.
Yeah, and now will I say that you guys should be watching this? No. It's not for. It's not for.
What do you mean?
Like,
it's for people who want to watch a children's Saturday morning cartoon.
Absolutely.
Well, and now also, if you guys like what we're giving you, Steve has something to share.
I do.
Yeah.
Here at the network, we produce after shows for nearly all of your favorite TV shows, from dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more. There is no network that works harder to serve television fans. But now we need your help. We are asking that you please subscribe on one or more of our YouTube channels.
We have a lot, y'all.
We have so many YouTube channels. The one you're watching us on right now is youtube.com/AfterBuzzTV. It's considered the mothership.
The main channel.
At one point, it was where all of the shows were, but now we've branched off into multiple channels. But by subscribing to this channel, you'll get content like Netflix news. Mm-hmm. You will also get mini spotlight-ons.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Spotlight-ons.
Trump report.
The Trump report. You'll get a lot of very four-walled general topic discussions and interviews on this channel. So that's what you're getting if you hit the subscribe button. By hitting the subscribe button, you're helping us a ton, because what's in it for you is it'll cater specific content you already like, and it'll cater it directly to you. It brings you your favorite after shows, so you don't have to seek them out. And it suggests content from other channels or podcasts that might interest you. So, also, if you're worried about pesky notifications, don't be. The notifications are completely optional. It's easy. Just go ahead and hit the subscribe button for an even easier AfterBuzz TV experience. And if you let us know that you did in the comments, we will shout you out on air. Thank you for being the best fans. We promise to continue to do our best to serve you.
That's right. And like Steve said, if you want to get some shout outs, like, let's see, Brad 200-712, we see you in the chat. Hey, what's up? We've also got some full name Rick's Picks logging.
Who's that?
Who's that?
I've never heard of this
weird,
person.
Though.
Who's that? Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird name. We see you, Rick's Picks.
Wait, no, what did he say?
Leave us comments and love what you guys are liking, what you want us to cover. If we haven't talked about it, make sure you do that in the comments below, or if you're on iTunes, do it there too, please. We are listening and we want to hear from you.
Yeah, give us 5 stars because that helps us. So do that. And it's always fun. I think, we get to see each other face to face.
In the flesh.
To face.
We hear.
Exactly. But it's nice to know that people are listening to us as well. So we are on iTunes.
And isn't that just the goal in life, to have someone listen to you?
We're here for you guys. We're listening. But we are going to move on to not Netflix releases, including like movies and television.
Yes.
And we talked about this last week. Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, you're gonna stop there?
No, I'm gonna stop there.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
because the way the fandom works, half like it, half hate it. So she only gave you half the
No, thank you.
half the bumper.
Yeah, this was one of those movies, like you
Ooh.
say. But I liked it. I mean, I saw it when it first came out, though, but it was nice to have it there. There's something about listening to the music of something epic like Star Wars at home on Netflix, which, call me extra lazy, I'm okay with that. But instead of grabbing your DVD and putting it in...
What Amy's saying is she has the box set of all
course.
What?
the Star Wars.
No. No. But it's nice, that we're able to get these wonderful kinds of movies there on Netflix, and I appreciate it.
Also, there's a whole generation of people, because the franchise is so old, but there's a whole generation of people who've only ever seen these films on television.
Yeah, well, like out in theaters, like when they came out.
Yeah, like there's
these
like a
new ones.
generation of people who went and saw them in the 70s or the re-releases in the 90s, but there are plenty of other people who lived through the aughts. The only place they saw them was FX on a Sunday
Is
afternoon.
that what we're calling the 2000s?
I went with it.
Okay.
Nobody had
I'll
a
try and
word.
jump on
I
board.
picked one.
All right,
went
the
with
aughts.
it.
All right, the aughts.
The
I'll
aughts, the early
2000s.
aughts, the late aughts.
The 2000s.
2000. Wow.
We're in the
What I
10s,
like
y'all.
about a movie like Star Wars, any of the, and this is not their first release to Netflix. I think that it's fun because it kind of forces you to watch that, whichever one they have on Netflix at the time. And it's usually it seems like in succession for what's about to come
Of course.
to theaters. So it's kind of nice, like a nice way to pregame, if you will.
Pre-game of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pre-game Star Wars.
Well, and it's also nice that it's, we have all these nerdy shows and nerdy movies on Netflix. So thank you, Netflix, for listening to us nerds and, bringing us what we want to our screens, literally, where you just need to push play. So.
But people are expecting a hot take about The Last Jedi. Does anyone have a hot take about it? I liked it. You
I
liked
liked
it.
it.
Yeah, I mean, it was enjoyable.
Yeah.
My only beef is that it's hard to tell our female protagonists from each other because
Okay.
they look exactly the same.
Oh,
Okay.
I've
I
heard that.
confuse
Yeah.
Daisy Ridley with, oh God, they're gonna get at me. I can't remember her name. Not Daisy Ridley.
Okay, that's fair.
What's her name?
Not Princess Leia.
No.
There were multiple female protagonists in the film. In this
No,
film or in the universe?
in the last. Oh my God.
Are you
Anyway,
talking about
Natalie
the-
Portman.
No, you're talking about the woman from Game of Thrones who was in the Han Solo movie? Or are you talking about two women
Oh,
in
guys,
The Last Jedi?
we're getting deep in the nerddom here.
let me get back to y'all.
Are you okay?
I can't
But
remember
still,
her name.
there's something about revisiting Star Wars that I think is appreciated. A lot of people
It's
didn't
fun.
like it, but now it's on Netflix, so you can watch it as many times if you really liked it. And if you didn't, don't watch it. That's fine. But now we're going to talk about hidden gems / revisited
Yes.
things.
Hidden gem.
And now, speaking of revisiting things, I am also on the Popcorn Talk Network's Marvel Movie News show, and we've now had Trevor Steins twice on the show, and he actually, if you don't know this, he was on Riverdale. And I started watching it when it was on Netflix, and I was like, okay, well, let me give it a try, and I saw a few episodes, and you guys, a lot of you probably already know this, but he dies. Like, that's the beginning of the whole series of Riverdale. He's dead. So when I saw him, I was like, oh, wow. Good to know you're alive. Everything's great. But wanted to revisit Riverdale to be like, okay, like, what's going on with him? But what I really like is just how pretty Riverdale looks. I haven't gotten that far. No, I know there are multiple seasons now, but it's one of those where, like, it's nice to start it and leave and go watch other series and then come back to it and be like, you're actually really good. I like it. It's different. Yes, okay, so it might be aimed towards like younger audiences, but I don't freaking care. Like, whatever. You can give me a cartoon and I will like it. But yeah, so definitely encourage you guys to, revisit things that maybe you tried and you're like, or you're just like, well, I'll watch something else.
Can you really quickly give me like a 30-second what's Riverdale about?
Riverdale-
Or less than?
Oh, wait, time me. No, I'm just kidding. No, please don't time me. Yeah, so it's based off of the Archie comics from Betty and Veronica.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So it's kind of nerdy, but it's darker. It's not like boop-de-doo, and then there's death, and there's lots of like...
And then there's death.
There's death, and there's like craziness going on.
Did they have powers, or is it just
No, I mean-
tweeny like that?
Tweenie, really?
Sorry,
No, but fair game.
they're
when
on
I
the
saw,
CW.
I saw CW and I'm like, thanks.
I mean, but CW, Freeform, all of those have just evolved a lot. Cloak and Dagger, for example. Yeah, I mean, from what I've seen, there are no powers.
Okay.
And you guys, if you've seen Riverdale, please don't worry about spoiling it for us. Just comment down below. It's okay. But yeah, no, there's more to it than just like teeny boppers or whatever.
I
Tweenie.
meant tweenie in the sense that they're all high school age.
Yeah, but so what?
But
like that doesn't make the
I'm not
show
saying it
less
doesn't-
exciting.
I loved Smallville and Gilmore Girls.
That's
Don't
true. Yeah.
touch
the same
Gilmore
t-
Girls.
No. He loves.
Well, I
he-
know,
Yeah,
but
like-
I'm scared for where you're gonna go with it.
No, but
He knows better.
No, but
Gilmore Girls is
Tweenie is a
so
way to
sanctified.
describe the characters, not that the characters can't be good.
True. It's good.
Speaking
Revisit
of,
stuff.
Speaking of some revisits, we've got some people chiming in the
Yeah,
chat. May
let
I?
us know.
So we've got some people mentioning Happy Gilmore, now streaming on Netflix. Yeah, Happy Gilmore. Thanks, Brad, for that. And Say My Name. Do you guys know anything about Say My Name?
No.
No,
I don't know
that
either.
one. Well-
If you, in the chat, Landon, if you can tell us anything more about Say My Name, please do so. We'd love to hear more.
Also, I will say any aspiring filmmakers, specifically writers, Happy Gilmore is heralded as the perfect template for the perfect film. From a writing standpoint, not from a filmmaking standpoint necessarily, but from a beats happen on this page, this incident happens there. Like
Does that make it a good film if it's by the book? Just saying. Just throwing it out there.
I'm not saying it was good or bad. Like I'm neutral on. I'm staying neutral on the quality, but the by the numbers writing structurally, it's a perfect film. Writing structure. It was taught to me in film school when I was taught feature film writing.
You
Okay.
would say it's a home run, which
Yes,
will
I would.
now lead us into something else that you saw.
Yes.
Oh, home run.
I found a documentary on Netflix that had been in my queue for a very long time because it had been on Netflix for a very long time, and it's called The Battered Bastards of Baseball.
Oh, wow.
Fun alliteration.
Yeah.
So much alliteration. I only practiced it a dozen times today, and it's one of those. It's a documentary, and it's one of those stories that's just like if you made a narrative film about it, the number one criticism would be like, "This is too unbelievable. These guys are two underdogs in every way."
But it's a real
It's a documentary.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
So-
that's nice.
So there's Major League Baseball, as we all know it. Every city has a Major League Baseball team. But there's also AAA, AA, and single A teams. And all of those teams are, at one point, were independent baseball teams. And they run out of various different leagues across different regions.
Okay.
By the 1960s and 70s, none of those leagues were independent. They were all just farm systems for major league teams. So what would happen is they'd come and get someone out of college or another country or where have you, sign them, and then send them down to a AAA, single A, or AA team, and then that's where they'll play until the club decides they want to pull them up.
Okay.
And people come to
Sports.
these things.
I'm like, how does this relate to A League of Their Own?
It does kind of.
That's my baseball knowledge.
Okay. Yeah.
Bing Russell, who is Kurt Russell's dad, and who pretty much grew up with famous Yankees players,
Okay.
decided, who was also a film actor, decided at one point he wanted to go up to Portland and start a single A team because there was no team in Portland. So and I think at that point, to join that league, you had to have like $50 and fill out the paperwork. And he started the Portland Mavericks, who at the time were the only independent single A team in the world.
Not
Oh,
to be
cool.
confused
Well, in baseball.
with the Dallas Mavericks. That's
Correct. They are
basketball.
not an independent team.
I know that.
And yeah.
Well, would you say this would be a really good movie / documentary to watch on the 4th? Because hello, America's
This is
pastime.
This is actually a very good Fourth of July documentary.
See?
I think Netflix fed it to me pretty hard because I was talking about 42 last week.
True.
So this is my next
yeah.
week
Exactly.
with a baseball movie, but it was very good. It's a very true story. Kurt Russell's in it, and I'm not spoiling too much, but one of the Bat Boys on the Portland Mavericks team became an Academy Award nominated director. So you have interviews with
Okay.
him, but he was a Bat Boy on the Portland Mavericks. Like this story is literally impossible. But by
And
the
yet
end,
here it is.
Can I see this?
yes.
I want to look up my favorite. I have a favorite 4th of July pastime,
Okay.
which I will tell you guys if it's on here.
Me too.
I'll tell you if it's not on there too, but let's just see if it's on Netflix before we do anything
Cool.
crazy.
Well, I will let you guys know another good one to watch is Born on the 4th of July, but I can't even tell you guys if it's on Netflix. Is yours on
Mine's
Netflix?
not. Do I know what it is?
Well, it's okay. What is it?
The Sandlot. I mean, if you're gonna watch a movie at the 4th of July, it's
I
The
mean-
Sandlot, 100%.
I'm sure, like, as much as we love Netflix, spend it with your family away from the screen. Right?
Oh, that's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Fourth
but
of
you know,
July is a long day. You can do both. It's
okay,
one
that
movie.
too. You know
So-
what's
so-
also a good idea is getting to the Netflix news. We've
Yeah.
got a few news for you. Few news.
AfterBuzz TV News.
I love that little
The
Yeah.
little news hit.
The little thing.
What do
Okay.
we got?
So first we have, this one's kind of a long-winded one, so I'm going to read you guys this. So Netflix has made a deal with Mark Wahlberg, Peter Berg, and the Robert B. Parker estate to bring back a potential series of feature films. Spencer, the poetry-spouting, wisecracking boxer turned Boston-based private eye made famous in the 40s novels by Parker. I've never heard of this before.
This
but
sounds awesome, though.
Right?
It does sound awesome.
But is Mark Wahlberg producing and Peter Berg is also producing and directing, and then they're going to cast someone else? Or is Mark Wahlberg going to do a TV show on Netflix?
You know,
Because that
these are all great questions.
that guarantees a green light. If Mark Wahlberg's playing that character you just described, I'm in. Give me.
Well, honestly, like,
I'll buy a 2-year subscription.
I mean, aren't you
Ooh,
already
throwing down the dollars? Okay,
So I don't know,
Moneybags.
but if Mark Wahlberg is involved, I'm interested.
No
no matter what
he's
doing.
yet to like offend me. I just love everything it does so far.
Next we have, I really want to say her name properly. She's amazing, but here it goes. Sibongail Mblambo. She's in Lost
we'll
in
go with that
Space.
It was so good though, even though we have no idea.
I mean,
how to
she's
say it.
fantastic. She was in Lost in Space. She was in 5 episodes of the first season. She
Okay.
has now been promoted to a series regular. So yeah, for season 2 of Lost in Space. Any
Awesome,
big
right
fans
on.
of Lost in Space? I know we talked about it earlier.
They exist.
Yeah,
okay.
I think this.
They
I think
exist. They're great people.
I think we were lukewarm on this panel, but
Yeah, but I mean, who knows? Maybe it's because she wasn't a series regular,
And now
maybe
she is.
yeah. And then I know we have Bojack Horseman.
Yes.
a
news.
lot of Bojack fans out there.
Exactly. So it's now set its return date, and I am getting it for you because my phone just crapped out on me again. But this is important. So it's now coming back on Friday, September 14th.
That
So,
is soon,
there we
and
go.
I cannot be more excited about that.
September's not soon, and quit trying to make it so.
Stop trying to make fetch happen. Yeah, so that's our news for this week. Short and sweet.
Short and sweet.
But you know it's also not short and sweet.
I was gonna say Amy Cassandra.
I am. Well, I try. We're going to talk about the upcoming releases coming out
Yes,
to
let's
Netflix.
hear it. What's coming
So,
out this week?
Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee,
Ooh.
which we're a big fan of.
Yes,
And
yes, good stuff.
I was looking on Netflix to try and see, like, okay, well, what you got? And it's not showing me anything.
July
Like,
6th.
July 6th.
July 6th. We don't know who's.
We don't know.
Oh, I'm
At
seeing
least-
Amy Schumer.
These are
she's
all. These are
already-
all
yeah.
happening.
This already happened. Oh, I haven't seen Amy Schumer's episode. Got to get on that.
Oh my! I think,
Love her.
and those are some of the like few episodes where you can just take your time with them. Don't binge them because then you're like, great, now I've already had
Then you're
coffee
out.
with them, and I can't just have coffee again with them for the first time.
It's me and Bourdain. I get you. I feel you.
Exactly.
Gotta parcel them out.
Next we have White Fang. Holy moly, guys!
Like,
This-
are we talking White Fang, the white wolf, like the White
Yep.
Fang of our childhood?
Yep.
White Fang?
Yeah, the animation is slightly different, and Nick Offerman and Rashida Jones
Okay.
are involved
Yes.
in it. So I'm like, Parks and Rec, hello.
Is it gonna be funny? I wonder. Because
I
White Fang
don't
was
know.
like kind of legit to me. I liked White Fang.
You did. That's
really
well.
did.
Hey, are you planning on watching it then?
I absolutely, yeah. I mean, as long as I will. I'll give it a try.
That was convincing.
Because I was like, oh, I love Nick Offerman. Oh, I love Rashida Jones. Oh, I love White Fang. Wait a second.
How do all of
Yeah.
those work together?
Wait a second. But it's worth
oh,
it's worth 20. I'll give him
cute.
20 minutes. You know I will.
Yeah.
You know I'll give him 20.
Well, I hope you guys give Scream 4 more than 20 minutes because 20 minutes you're barely starting. I know you're not going to watch it, but it's okay.
It's a hard pass for me.
I mean, Scream 4 though.
Scream 4. Yeah.
Have we?
I've
I feel like we
seen it.
said all we needed to say with the first 3.
Really though?
What else? What else is?
don't know.
What else is in the ether for a 4th Scream movie?
I don't know. I really like the Scream movies. I really
Okay.
do. There's something about it. And Neve Campbell is fantastic, and freaking Courtney Cox. And David Arquette's pretty cool.
And they're okay. All right.
I mean, Emma Roberts' role in this movie is kind of different. But, you just learn to roll with it. It's fun. I'm sure there are fans of Scream 4. Scriform is actually what my friends and I used to call it. Next, we have Somebody Feed Phil Season 2.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
on
exciting.
it. Done. On it. In the queue.
And lastly, Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
1, 2, and 3.
Oh.
It's a trilogy, guys.
Oh.
So
Yes.
honestly, I think the timing was a little bit off because we should have had those like 2 weeks ago.
But it's still in theaters. You can still go see.
Exactly.
You can still go see Jurassic
they're
Park
still
in
they're
theaters.
still catching the tail end. They're still catching the long tail of that buzz.
Oh, that was good.
That's
that was
beautiful.
well,
We couldn't have done it better.
and that's how we end the show. That was perfect. Yes, so thank you guys so much for joining us. This was fun. I know that we have a lot of stuff to watch, and now that we have 4th of July coming up in just a few days, do whatever you want. Watch a movie, don't watch a movie, eat hot dogs, do whatever. Watch baseball. But what are you guys going to be doing? And go ahead and tell everyone where they can find you on social media.
Well, I'm going to be at the lake watching fireworks, probably a little bit of Netflix, but if you want to talk to me about what you're eating over the 4th of July holiday or in life in general, or what you're doing for the 4th, find me online at Ashley on Camera across all social media and talk to me there. I want to hear about what you're up to.
I'm Steve Kaufman. You can find me on Twitter almost exclusively at Steve Kaufman. That is KAUFMANN. I have 2 different barbecues to go to this 4th of July.
Okay.
I'm also going to watch Captain America.
Oh, that's
but
good.
I want to watch the first Avenger, but it's not on Netflix. Netflix, you can get on that. Also, for those of you who want to like really be truly American, V for Vendetta is on Netflix.
Oh, good call.
Blood of Tyrants, it's real cool.
Very good call, right? That's the thing. It's
Yes.
a bunch of these. Yeah, I've never actually seen it. I don't know what I'm doing for the 4th of July, but I'm sure I will be watching Netflix. Yes. But you guys can find me on all social media at Amy Cassandra MTZ, and we will see you guys next week. We're already in July, so happy July, and see you guys later. Bye.
Those are fireworks.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.